Thanks to Kinder Beauty for sponsoring this video. Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about minimalist shopping. Kind of an oxymoron. It doesn't really make sense for those two words to be together, but inevitably, even if you're pursuing minimalism, sometimes you need to shop. And personally, I'm subscribing to a type of minimalism where it's not all or nothing. I'm definitely not pursuing extreme minimalism. I'm trying to be pragmatic and realistic about it in the context of my life and preferences. And sometimes it can be difficult to find the right balance. I'm really coming at this from a place of being someone who historically has collected too much. I've struggled with figuring out how to navigate shopping, the desire for more, the desire for something new. And I think it's a human thing, especially in today's society of consumerism and a lot of peer pressure to purchase things in order to fit in. I'm still in the process of figuring out what strategies work for me, but since I'm working through this, I thought I would share some of the ideas I have around minimalist shopping and making more intentional, thoughtful moves when I am shopping. I think it's about building a muscle and a set of strategies to set yourself up for success. I think one of the biggest things we can do off the bat is to pay attention to the function of our shopping, why we're shopping. Now, obviously, sometimes we shop because we need to get groceries or we need something to solve some kind of problem. But sometimes we can also get into territory where it's a little bit ambiguous. Do I need this or do I want this? Or do I want this a ton or just a little bit? And I don't think it's all or nothing. And sometimes things that we want might bring us some joy. So I think it's about not looking at things in black and white, but looking at the color of the situation and trying to understand the nuances and the complexities of our motivations for shopping, and to take action and pay attention to what our values are in the long term rather than maybe what we have an urge to do in the short term. I think off the bat, something to keep in mind is I think it's great to play around with low buys or no buys. I have an old video on a no buy I did in the past. If you want to see that, I'll link that above and below. But I think sometimes doing a period of time, whether it's a month or a week or a couple of months, to say, I'm not going to purchase anything unnecessary for X amount of time can really help you get back on track and recalibrate your relationship with shopping. So that's always a great go-to strategy, but I feel like there are a lot of other channels that talk a bunch about that. I've talked about it in the past, and I think that's an excellent strategy. But I want to go into a different area for this video to try to think about some other strategies. And I really want to focus on the function of the shopping, like I was talking about. Like sometimes for me, I think there's just this itch to try something new or to get something new in my life. And there's something fun and exciting about looking online or going into a store and finding a product that you really like. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it does go beyond that need to impress, and it really is just about my own personal experience with shopping. Like I've talked a lot before on this channel about how sometimes shopping I do to impress people, like inevitably part of why I buy a new shirt or a new outfit is to express something about myself to the people around me. But I also think, if I'm honest, that there's something about that urge just to experience something new, especially when life can get monotonous. We get in habits, we get in routines, and sometimes shopping is an easy, quick way to have that sense of freshness, of newness. So today I want to share 5 strategies that you can try out that might help you quench that thirst for something new in a way that's a little bit more affordable, maybe environmental, and intentional. The first strategy I use is to buy secondhand or vintage. This one I've heard before, but I just want to reiterate it here, that sometimes if you just have that urge to shop, a way more environmentally friendly way to do it, and a way to kind of quench that thirst for something new, is just to go to a thrift store or to buy secondhand online. I've found sometimes I get my favorite pieces secondhand, and they really do give me that sense of excitement that sometimes shopping honestly does for us. It's often far more affordable, and I can feel good about the purchase, giving items a second life that maybe otherwise would have been trash. It also helps reduce other shopping that I'm doing for new stuff so that I'm just being a little bit more more economical and environmentally friendly in the process. I also think if we shift our thinking around purchasing secondhand, like I think I was socialized to think that new stuff was better than used stuff, but I think if we can shift our mindset around secondhand and used stuff and actually be more excited about that stuff and appreciate the patina or the kind of worn in feel of a lot of these used items, I think we can feel even better when we make these secondhand purchases. A second way to quench the thirst of shopping in a way that's a little bit more affordable and intentional is to use a subscription box, and specifically one that's affordable, that's within your budget, and that also is thoughtful to the environment. Having a subscription box allows you to have something to look forward to, and I think a subscription box is a great way to kind of like fulfill that desire or need that you might have to have something new in a way that is tailored for you, but that doesn't suck you into even more shopping by getting in the habit of shopping online, and also is probably more affordable than buying the products individually. And this is where the sponsor of this video fits in. Kinder Beauty is a clean, vegan, and cruelty-free beauty subscription box. Subscribers get up to $165 worth of hand-picked skincare, makeup, hair care products, and accessories. They're vetted and hand-selected, and it's all for as little as $23 a month. One thing I think Kinder Beauty does really well is to have standards that are impactful. They go out of their way to source products that are vegan, cruelty-free, and free from most common toxins. But they really quench that thirst for something new and different on an aesthetic level. Really quickly, I'm going to show you the box I recently received. It comes in this cute packaging here. And first of all, I got this Ultra Day serum, which basically you can use on your face, on your neck. It's very refreshing and rejuvenating. I also received in here a heat protectant serum, which as someone who regularly curls her hair, I need this stuff and I don't use it enough, so it almost was like a healthy reminder to be using heat protectant. And it comes in this fancy glass bottle. I have this Sunset Rituals signature conditioner, and I think it's cool that I can just try out a new conditioner to see how it works on my hair without having to pay at a typical price. I also received a box of these fun lashes. I think these will be perfect for a wedding that's coming up next month as just a way to kind of feel a little bit extra glammed up and fun. It's like some of these products are things that I kind of wanted or needed anyway, but they thought of it before I even did. And especially if you're one of those people that is itching for new hair, beauty, skincare type products, I think Kinder Beauty is a great solution for that itch. So if you're interested in trying Kinder Beauty, I'd encourage you to check out the link in my description box and use the code SliceOfLight50 to get 50% off your first Kinder Beauty box. A third way to shop minimally and quench that thirst for shopping is to create a budget or a set number of items per month that you are allowed to purchase. I think it's important for these goals and changes to be gradual and realistic. I think it's easy to try to suddenly cut your budget from a huge amount to almost nothing when you're trying to make some changes, and maybe, a period of a low buy or a no buy is good. But I think in the long run, sometimes just gradually creating goals that are reasonable, that aren't that far off from your natural behavior, will help you be more successful in the long run. But I think taking a second to make a plan, to be strategic about how you're spending your money and how many items you want to allow yourself to buy can help you purchase fewer things in the long run. A fourth strategy is to find a totally different way of quenching the thirst for novelty. And I know this one sounds like it's kind of everything wrapped up into one, but let me explain. What I mean is, outside of the realm of shopping, is there some other way to have a new experience or something out of the ordinary to keep life interesting? I think sometimes there is this human desire for novelty that can also be fulfilled in other areas or avenues in life. So for example, create some kind of new experience for yourself. Sometimes that'll fulfill you in a way that shopping never will, but you'll still get that feeling of trying something new. So going to a concert or trying a new restaurant or traveling to a new place or starting a new activity like joining a sports league or learning a new instrument, or even something as simple as going to a different part of your town or city, enjoying a new park, that type of thing. We're human. We want to do new things. We want to experience new things. So find ways to experience something new that aren't shopping. A fifth way to quench that thirst for something new is to save up and strategically buy your dream item. I personally think that when I'm able to buy an item that is of good quality or is something I've always dreamed of having but just never thought I could purchase because maybe it was a little bit beyond my price point typically, when I do that, I find that I get so much more satisfaction from the purchase than when I buy a bunch of little things along the way. But if I just restrict my shopping in a regular way a little bit more, I can afford something better. And therefore, I'm investing in myself in a way that feels even better. And quite often, those products that maybe cost a little bit more are maybe a bit more environmentally friendly or have better ethics as companies. And I can put my money in a place that feels good to me. Like if I am going to shop, I want to get the products that I like. That way, also, it feels easier to have less because when you have really good quality pieces, you don't have, I think, as much of a desire to buy more. When you're satisfied with what you have, I don't think you go out looking for that next perfect thing. I think saving up for a big purchase gives you that motivation to shop a little bit less frequently, and therefore in the long run, you might end up shopping less and spending less money. By having that goal of saving up for an item, then you're more likely to have the momentum to not give in to those little urges to buy something that you come across that's of lower quality. I think a lot of it is getting into new habits and just thinking a little bit differently about how we're spending our money. And it's a process. It doesn't have to happen overnight. But I think that thinking about what we want to be saving up for, how we want to be spending our money, and really going for our dream items, I mean, within reason, can help you take control over your shopping in a different way. So these are the strategies I use, but I also just want to add that sometimes it's hard to find the balance. I think I'm on this journey and I'm not always the most intentional, the most thoughtful. Quite often there's like ebbs and flows and it kind of shifts over time. And it's about, I think, paying attention to what's happening and just at the end of the day, noticing why we're shopping and what's keeping us going with that and ways to kind of work around that, work with that in order to have success in the long run. So hopefully you got some ideas about how to shop less or to shop more minimally. I gotta say, sometimes I think about what I say on this channel, and a lot of it is really self-explanatory. Like there are probably things many of us could have thought of anyway. But for me, this channel is sometimes about just meditating on those themes and reminding myself that these are strategies I can use and to get myself thinking about these themes and how I want to be navigating this world of social media where it's often very tempting to shop excessively. Anyway, I also want to add, if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Aylin. I'm so glad you found me here. And if you want more videos on simple living, minimalism, and building an empowering mindset, then please hit the subscribe button below. I've got a lot of bingeable videos on my channel and I'm going to continue to post regularly. So if you're interested, you can follow along that way. You can also hit the bell alert notification button for those of you even who are already subscribed to be notified when new videos come out. And also, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you took a moment to hit the thumbs up button. Doing that helps this video get out to more people. That simple act has a huge rippling effect on this channel. So if you're willing to do that, I would really appreciate it. And I have links down below to my Instagram and my Patreon if you want more content from me. Again, if you're interested in that Kinder Beauty Box subscription service, hit the link below and use my promo code SliceOfLight50. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.